How's everybody doing today? My name is Christian Wagner, and I'm the Militant Thomist. So, this is my second stream for today, and it's just going to be a short one. I wasn't planning on doing this, but my wife decided to make me coffee and bring it in the Militant Thomist mug. So, she wanted to make sure all of you guys knew to buy a Militant Thomist mug, and the link is all the way at the bottom of the description. So, do not disappoint Lexi. May I better see all of you get Militant Thomist mugs. She makes some of the most delicious coffee, by the way. Wonderful coffee. The best coffee. But that is not what we're here to talk about. So, I have recently started reprinting, as you know, some of Copen's works, which, if you don't know, the last book was his 300-page dogmatic theology, um, which goes over all of the things that a normal scholastic theology, a manual of theology, will go over. But in 300 pages, it's actually really, and it's not like he skimps. It's just amazing. You can talk to Dende about it. Dende bought a copy and was just gushing over how much he loved it. But he actually wrote other books in philosophy. So he wrote this one, which is right here, a brief textbook of logic. So the link should be in the description below. I'm not actually sure whether it's there or not. Between you and me, you're based. Thank you, buddy. So he wrote a few others too in philosophy, but this one is on logic, and it's actually in manual format. So it's a really good. I think it's, let me see, 89 pages. It's an 89-page manual of logic. So if you go to Patreon, you can actually let me go to the Kindle version. If you go to Patreon, you can actually get the you can get the PDF for free. But if you just want to buy it, that's also fine. This is the Kindle version. As you can see, what was I going to say? As you can see, I typeset it all. This isn't some crappy sort of what is it called? Scan version. It's pretty good, and it's going to go over everything you need regarding a traditional course in logic, and it's not incredibly difficult. Like if you pick up Grenier I don't know if any of you have tried this. If you pick up Grenier, one of the other big manuals that were used in seminaries for logic, those things are quite the doozy. But this gives you the same information, but in condensed and simpler form, because this was meant for people with a little bit of education, but not particularly super educated in philosophy or theology. So he's not assuming too much knowledge, which a lot of the other ones do assume. So, for example, the nature of simple apprehension. Simple apprehension is the act of perceiving an object intellectually without affirming or denying anything concerning it. To apprehend is to take hold of a thing as if it were with a hand. An apprehension as an act of the mind is an intellectual grasping of an object. The mind cannot take an object physically into itself, but it knows an object by taking it in intellectually, in a manner suited to its own nature, forming to itself an intellectual image called a species of the object. The act of forming this mental image is called a conception, and the fruit of it, the image itself, is the concept, idea, or notion of the object. The word simple added to apprehension emphasizes the fact that the apprehension neither affirms nor denies the existence of the object. It affirms nothing and denies nothing. It simply conceives the idea of the object. So you see, amazingly, if you I might, do I have Grenier on PDF? He has his section on simple apprehension is like it's like chewing on cardboard. It's very difficult. So Copens does an amazing job with taking the same exact stuff that you're going to get in another textbook of logic. And then he also has two other volumes which I am reprinting. One on moral theology, then another on mental philosophy, which is ontology, psychology, and basically all of the branches of philosophy. He has one. He even has one on rhetoric, and oral composition. So maybe I'll reprint those if there's any sort of demand for it. But like finding Copens was definitely a gold mine of stuff. So $7 for Kindle, $12.99 for paperback, 20 for hardcover. Really helps me out, and I hope it's something that you guys all enjoy. And do not forget the Militant Thomist mug. So I will talk to you guys later.